All right, folks, we're back, and we've got Datamines here for Emblem Lucina. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at these Datamines here, and we'll spend a little time and also talk about the unit itself, because it seems like Lucina is going to be one of the more polarizing releases that we've had in a while. I think the last time we've had a polarizing release like this was Legendary Diamant, which, surprisingly enough, is also another unit that is heavily revolved around non-pierceable DR. So, let's start things off by taking a look at Lucina's stat line here. So, we got 40 HP with a Bane, we got 46 attack, we got 49 speed with a Boon, 34 defense, and then 30 res with a Bane. Overall BST is 199, and that's just about in line with current gen bow infantry type units, so not really much to comment on there. Her speed is pretty good, attack pretty good, obviously. Defense and res are both okay, and being a unit that's going to have access to a lot of damage reduction, I guess that's fine, but don't expect this unit to be tanking like some kind of monster. It's not really her tanking you need to concern yourself with, but more so the ability of tanking that she can potentially provide to allies. So her Emblem Ring effect here, we can go ahead and take a look. So when special triggers, boost damage by unit's max cooldown count value times 4, except on AoEs. So it's, I mean, that's like stock standard. Every ring, with the exception of the very first two, Ikes and Marts, don't actually have that. So yeah, very commonplace effect there. And then for certain target allies within 3 spaces of unit, if foe initiates combat, reduce damage from foe's first attack by 40% during combat, including their brave attack. This effect will only trigger once per turn, and then counts as if damage reduction is from a special. And if support partner is on player team, targets any support partner, otherwise targets any ally. So it's a very interesting ring effect here in the sense that you're not actually giving the buff to the unit that has the ring equipped. So, for example, Ike Ring. If you were to give Ike's Ring to a unit, they would be getting the 40% non-pierceable DR. Lucina's Ring, on the other hand, is giving it to allies, not the unit who actually has it equipped, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, depends on how you want to look at it. But I personally don't see much of a need for this. And to put it into perspective, Ike Ring, you could give that, because a lot of people were talking about Burger King with this, like giving Black Knight the effect of getting some extra DR to play up his enemy phasing potential, and then give him more shots at powering up reflex and so on and so forth. All that's cool and all, but dude, you give Ike Ring to Burger King, and he's still getting one-shotted, like just straight up one-shotted right through the 40% non-pierceable DR. This is really not as substantial of an ability to tank as it sounds like it is. So, yeah, we've got crazy nukes. We have that Bunny, Erica, and Micaiah. They hit really hard on that first shot. We got also Emblem Micaiah, who can clean one-shot Burger King with the right support. We've gotten a ton of attuned and aided heroes like the Lysithia, who can hit pretty hard. Also, that loot unit hits pretty hard. So these range units are just tearing through the tanks right now, even if they've got Ike Ring. So why is this going to be any different? Like you can stack it, I guess. If you're running Lucina herself and you're giving somebody this ring effect, you're going to be getting the true DR from both, right? Because Lucina's weapon is also giving, or is it her special? Her special is the one that's giving the drive true damage effect as well. So if Lucina's got this, and then you've got someone on the team with Lucina Ring, then your target tank is going to be getting 40% DR there, and then multiplicative 40% from the ring. So I think it adds up to like 56% overall non-pierceable DR as a support. It's an extra 16%. Like, is that worth it? Think about this, guys. Is 16% extra DR worth it in the long haul? That you're going to want to put this ring on a unit as opposed to one of the better rings like Corin Ring or Erica Ring or Byleth Ring or whatever? I don't think so. So, Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this. Now, we can also go ahead and take a look at the C skill of Lucina, which we finally do know the inheritance restrictions for this. Basically, this skill just equates to the infantry version of what we've been seeing going around on all the other movement types, like Strat Assault. Or, was it Strat Assault? I can't remember what it was called now. I think it was Strat Assault, right? The one that gives true charge to allies, and then it has a little crux debuff on it for enemies taking reduced stats, and then it also gives true damage as well. So that one's available to armor and flyer, and then we have flyer skills with uplift imbue and then uplift null, or what was it called again? I don't even remember. Null follow-up, uplift, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. So dual support here. This one's going to be infantry only. So now pretty much all movement types with the exception of cavalry have one of these brand new crux debuffing skills that gives true damage as well. So yeah, these types of skills, they just get better the more units on the team have it, because it's just another instance of true damage. And in this case, you're getting DR as well, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I mean, at this point, like, these passives are just stock standard. So I'm not, like, too crazy on these, but they do amount to a lot of value when you've got multiple on the team. So we've got that going on. Let's take a look at Lucina's artwork here. So here's the neutral artwork. They really gave her a baby face there. I don't know what it is with Lucina. Why are they always trying to make her look like a baby? Like, we had the resplendent art, and then like a couple of other Lucina arts. Even in Engage, she had like, but it's not just limited to Lucina in there. Basically, everyone in Engage had a baby face. All right, there's the special attack. Is that supposed to be intimidating, that little war cry that she's doing? All right, and then we have here the injured artwork for Lucina. Okay. Yeah, so honestly, I'm not even that sold on Lucina as a unit. All support aside, like all DR effects and whatever aside, Lucina as a unit just seems like a slightly better version of Ninja Lucina. Because she's got the extra action when she pops an assist. She's giving Future Witness and Dodge, which I don't think Dodge was on the Ninja Lucina. She just gave Future Witness or Future Vision or whatever the hell it was. And then even that Lucina's got the 25 true damage. She doesn't have the DR, though, so this is where this Lucina's got some better effects than that Ninja Lucina. She's got the Potent effect, Potent 100. She's got 15 true DR on enemy attacks, and then all stats of 15. So, yeah, just a slightly better Ninja Lucina. She'll make pretty good use of Lin Ring, though, I'll say that much. Kind of like the Emblem Micaiah, where they can just go ahead and pop their assist and then move again, and they can potentially do some good damage with that Lin Ring. So, yeah, I would say that's one thing to take into account, but yeah, that's basically it. There's not really much else to say. Let's just quickly take a look at what other people have to say, because I think someone posted a topic talking about Lucina and whether or not she was worth summoning. And then we'll just hop out of here after we take a look at that. All right, so right here, Courses90 has made this post. Are you going to summon or skip Emblem Lucina? Feels like we've reached a point when emblem units and their rings aren't must-pulls. I think that's just this particular case, though. Because every single ring in between, from like Ike all the way up to this Lucina, every ring in between has been essentially a must-pull. So I don't know about this one, but I know for a fact Roy's ring is going to be really good. Because he's got Holdout, which is going to be special-based Miracle. And then he also sets up Flame Tiles. So that's going to be a pretty good ring whenever that comes out. And a lot of people are mad that it wasn't Roy this time around, because we are on the anniversary of Binding Blade. So, yeah, I don't think this was the right time for Lucina, honestly. Okay, so if her ring gave allies special damage reduction on player phase, I wouldn't think twice about summoning, but Arena is the only mode where I would use it for enemy phasing, and I don't know if I would choose it over 4 other rings. Also, is the ring being so niche a good or bad thing? I kind of like the idea of not losing out on much if we start skipping emblems. That is true. I mean, it's always a good thing. Anytime we get a skip banner in this terrible orb economy, it's always a good thing for us to hang on to some currency. I'm yet to skip an emblem, and even if her emblem effect is on the weaker side, I'm still not making an exception to that rule. Who knows? Maybe it'll serve a niche down the line somehow, or something happens that somehow makes it really relevant. I doubt it. I mean, they have a really hard time balancing defensive effects. You got to be a unit like Duo Balder or Duo Freya, where they are able to tank way better than you would imagine, and then their player phase is crazy. So, like, those are the type of units. Like, think Metagross in Pokemon, where he takes hits like a champ, and he's dishing out hits like a champ. Maybe he's not the fastest tool in the shed, but it doesn't matter. He can just come in on the spot and then tank a hit and then possibly take something out. So, like, that's kind of where the meta is at the moment, where we're relying on these units that deal a lot of damage, but then they have survival effects that can keep them in the game. This would be my first emblem skip. I don't need another Valley, and pair up is good, but I don't have any unit build I currently need it for. Yeah, that would be in the case of the fodder on the Emblem Corin, who's also on red. I'm free to play, but I've been collecting every emblem anyways just for fun, so I'll probably do the same here. Yeah, some people just like collecting them because, I mean, the ring is just an infinite resource. It's hard to deny. Like, the ring is literally the best resource in the game out of any special type of hero. So, I can't say don't summon, but me personally, I'm just skipping. I don't think I'd personally use this ring, to be honest. Waiting for a rerun with a better color share. I follow a strict 2 out of 3 rule for these banners, and the other 2 red color shares I have 0 use for. I already have Mythic Valley, so her New Year alt is 0 value for me. And I got 4 Emblem Corins off the Hero Rises already. Hoping for a May rerun alongside Harmonic CYL Celica. Yeah, that's a great unit. I don't know why her ring effect is so underrated. Alphador is a merge project, so I was going to summon either way. Yeah, he's also on the banner. I don't know. Underrated? I don't know about that, man. Well, it is divided. Like I said, the community is basically split in half as to whether or not you think this ring is good or if you think it's mid. I personally don't use tank strategies very much, so I don't have a strong use case for it. My sentiments exactly. Like, when I play this game, I'm just all offense. Just player phase. The times that I played Summoner Duels, I didn't even bother with save units. But to be fair, though, that was back when I was doing that. That was back when you could actually get away with it. Like, when Duo Leon was in his prime and such was going on. Right now, though, I would say you probably do want to consider running a save unit. 100% skip. I like going Gale Force. Yeah, it's never been easier, too. That's the thing. Like, player phasing is so disproportionately stronger than tanking, especially for Aether Raids, that I don't really see much of a value in just stacking like DR effects. There's not really much of a point. So I don't know, man. You've got a unit like Legendary Elise, who's a cheat code for Aether Raids offense and promotes Gale Force strats. So, yeah, I would say just stick to player phasing, honestly. All right, we'll read this last one, and then we'll hop out of here. Probably skip. I don't play tanking. Yeah. Again, my sentiments right there. I'm definitely summoning for her. Always loved her, and I don't plan on skipping a Lucina or an Emblem hero. Secretly, this is DTM. Although I do wonder, will Emblem Lucina and Byleth Ring be better than Gladiator plus Edelgard Ring plus a Tempest Sea skill? Feel like the latter can do some more funny business in PvE, whilst Emblem is locked to 2 movement but can run Byleth Ring and any assist, plus provides team-wide DR. Mostly plan to run her with Duo Kid Robin, but we'll see how she turns out. Oh, that's the unit I haven't ran in a while. I thought that unit was going to be timeless. The Duo Baby Robin, but nah, man. Even a unit that's as roll compressed as that one was, just looking at what we've got now, where units have a million actions, they've got warping with pass, they've got just crazy player phasing, crazy enemy phasing. It's like the units now just don't have any flaws. They just do everything. So, yeah, and Lucina, unfortunately, is not doing everything. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call the video there. This one went on a little bit longer than normal for a data mine video for just a single unit. But, yeah, it is what it is. We got the voice lines posted as well. I think Zanuck stopped posting voice lines, or I think he might have just quit altogether. I don't remember. But, yeah, we have at least someone else posting the voice lines now, so that is nice. And this is your boy Tacho signing out. Let me know what you guys think of Emblem Lucina in the comments down below. If you're going to be summoning on the banner, best of luck to you guys. Going to go ahead and cast a Rally Luck Plus to everybody. And I will catch y'all again on the flip side.